How depressed are you?
Me?
Me?
Gary, because it's 2 Sundays in a row where he's bottled out the league and bottled out.
Oh, fuck up. I
Nah, lads.
At the time that this podcast comes out, I will be absolutely 9 pints deep, steaming drunk, drowning my sorrows, trying to deal with that emotional roller coaster that is Rangers Football Club.
Rangers having nothing to play for between March and August. That's nothing new, is it? Should be well used.
You would think I am, mate, but there's always that every season. There's renewed hope that just we just get fucking shot down in flames, man.
And right on now, Shannon, you or Adam must be buzzing the fact that Arsenal look like they're
I
running.
was about to jump in and be like, no, lads, I think this is actually going to be their year. I do actually think in the 8 years I'm with Adam, Arsenal might win.
Can you ask Adam if he's going to be supporting England in the World Cup, or is it just one of the football teams that he follows?
He only supports his own team,
All right.
Dundalk.
Odd and dark, yeah, okay. I wouldn't be saying that out too loud.
Doc in the
No, he
World Cup.
doesn't support Dundalk.
What?
Do you
Where
know
is
the way,
this?
like, there's people. So, from what I've gathered, you have people that support just the team that they like. So, say Adam, Arsenal, that is it. He doesn't really dive into any of the other kind of things. Arsenal's the way of life. Whereas there's other lads and they're like, I support Dundalk, I support Celtic, I support Man U, I support this. I'm like, choose a lane and stick in it. Like, it's very confusing. And poor love, your girlfriend partner that has to deal with all these leagues that you're watching as well. Like, there's a lot.
Very controversial thing to say here, but it baffles me how there's people in Ireland who've never been to England who have like Manchester United tattoos and Liverpool tattoos on them. My big thing is if you're going to choose a football team and you've got any football team to choose, why did Adam choose Arsenal of all teams? Like, would they not support Real Madrid?
Don't know. Because his whole family are Liverpool, except for his brother, who's Newcastle. So both of them decided to go fucking wild, rogue kind of
Was it
teams.
just fucking throwing a dart at a map of England and wherever it landed, that's the team you support?
I honestly would have to get Adam on the pod sometime to ask him these questions because I have no answers for you on why Arsenal. But look, top of the league, 7 points clear. I'm the best girlfriend because I understand all this. They could win it, lads.
Well,
They could.
see, Gary didn't have a choice. He was marched round Orange Lodges. I,
Big dirty prod.
yeah.
I'll take that
Sorry
one.
if anyone's Protestant that listens.
Did you just bless yourself? What the fuck?
Drinking holy.
Dirty prods. Dirty prods.
That's me. No, that's me now. Not allowed to come visit you in Ireland. Everybody knows my dirty secret.
Yeah, we'd parade you around Dundalk going, he's a Protestant.
Just head on a stick.
We got one.
Anyway,
Welcome to
shit.
the BioFitness podcast.
As you can see, we're all friends here, regardless of what religion we might have been
Yeah.
forced into as a child.
Or support. Neither of us support our religion, but it's great crack nonetheless. I love a wee bit of religion banter.
Yeah, me too. It can be quite controversial at times, but I think if you do it with a smile on your face.
Yeah, and just say, I'm only joking, I'm only messing, it's okay.
No, look, I'd been living here a wee while and I came back to Glasgow and I spoke to one of the boys that I used to work in the supplement shop with, and he's a massive Rangers fan. And we tried to have we're playing at the weekend, Celtic Rangers. I tried to have a wee joke with him the same way that I would with Gary. And I tell you what, his face just went straight down. And it was like, there was no messing about. It's like, no, you can't be talking about Rangers like that. And I was like, Jesus, wow.
I feel like Celtic and Rangers just play every weekend
Well,
against each other. I feel like they're the only two in their league.
Well, they kind of are playing each other every weekend at the moment over 2 weekends. So if that's every weekend, then yes, they're drawing each other in the cup. They tend to play each other 4 times a year because unlike England, we don't have a league of 20 teams because otherwise we would be playing literally like jumpers for goalpost teams. No offence to Craig, who's probably watches this and a Partick Thistle fan and would be like, that's not true. But yeah, you would be doing that. So the Sky Sports make sure that Celtic and Rangers play each other 4 times because realistically they don't care about spending money on like Rangers versus, don't know, like Queen's Park.
Well, yeah. Last season wasn't good for that fixture, but this season was great for that fixture. Anyway, let's move on to actual fitness topics.
Sports is fitness.
Well, true enough. That's very true,
Mm.
but we've just lost about 30 listeners there talking about fucking Rangers and Celtic for the last 5 minutes.
We don't have 30 listeners. We kind of don't
We're
have.
top five podcasts. Top five podcasts.
In fairness, Gary, you do have the Spotify. You do have a Spotify metric, so I have no idea how many listeners we have, but I know it's probably a decent amount actually these
I
days.
think it is between 30 and 50 on average, which is pretty class. Right, last week, if you've listened to the last episode, we teased something at the end of that episode, and if you haven't listened to it yet, go back and fucking listen to it, and then come and listen to this one. Um, yeah, we
Or
teased
are you living
something.
under a rock?
I know, is that what about? Are you connected to Shannon's Wi-Fi and you can't get signal to listen to it? What the fuck? Yeah, we teased it, and now we are ready to talk about it because we are in the pre-launch era of it right now. It launches when this episode comes out. It'll be launching tomorrow, Monday the 9th of March, and yeah, we're ready. Is Monday the 9th? Did I get that right?
You did indeed.
Excellent, excellent. I've done that without checking my calendar. Fucking come on. Yeah, and we thought we would just kind of expand on it a wee bit. So everyone listening knows what it's all about. We can give our take on why we started it, what the reason is, what the philosophy behind it is. And yeah, I think it's something that is going to be absolutely unbelievable. I think between the three of us here, long time listeners will know that on top of all the banter and all the science, the three of us have an absolute wealth of knowledge between us. I think what collectively there's about 20 odd years of experience within the industry, which in and of itself is pretty fucking impressive. I actually think we might be pushing closer to 30 years collectively, which is pretty outstanding. And we just wanted to try and share that with as many people as possible. We want to educate, we want to give people the knowledge, we want to give people confidence, and we want to help people come out from under that deep dark rock or dig their way out of that deep deep hole that they feel like they've got themselves into, and just start living life on their terms a wee bit more, and start to actually enjoy themselves, because each and every single person that listens to this podcast, even people that don't listen to this podcast, deserve to live life on their terms. They deserve to be fucking happy, and that's something that we have set out to achieve for as many people as possible. Kyle, you're looking at very blue, very fitting for the day, given that Rangers have actually just pumped Celtic out of the cup. Uh, nah, do any of you want to dive in and expand on
That was
my
some intro, Gary. Holy
my?
God, it was very
Come on.
passionate. He's on it today.
Mate, beautiful. Honestly,
Uh,
it's like I had tears in my eyes listening to that. Jesus.
I actually do have a tear in my eye, but I think my eyes just
uh,
leaking.
and do you know what? That was all straight from the head and the heart. I done that ad hoc there, no script, no nothing. I just fucking went for it. And but do you know what? It's easy to talk about something when you are passionate about it. Do you know what I mean? You don't need a
Double
script. You
dash,
don't need
double
to
dash.
double dash, double. Yeah, that. Yep. Fuck,
Fire,
caught me. Chat GPT.
fire emoji.
Yeah, it's easy to talk about something when you know a lot about it, when you're passionate about it, and I think that's what we want to get across in the group. So first of all, let's talk about what the fucking group's called and what it is. Who wants to dive in?
Go on, boss man.
Oh,
Yes.
Lead from the front.
hey, Shannon, you're the one who's been pretty much running the show at the moment behind the scenes, so
Ah, but I'm shy. I'm a baby girl. I'm shy.
fucking does my head in. If anything that does my head in, I've never put an adult in a headlock, but I'm like I've never been so close to putting Shannon in the
I
head.
actually put you in a headlock once.
You did, but I've never been so close. When Shannon gets on that she's like 19 years old, I'm like, see, when you said that we've got about 20 years of experience between us, that done something to Shannon's ego there. She's like, it can't be because, sure, I'm just out of school.
I've only started school.
Just quick side note before Kyle explains a wee bit more about the program. We had our first ever live call on Monday, and there was what 16 people there.
Round about that, yeah.
16 people. every single one of us absolutely shit the bed. Like for some reason, having people live on the call, like the nerves were there. It was fucking. It was yeah, nerve wracking as fuck.
Yeah.
Shannon pleaded the fifth for most of it. I,
I was like, I can't do this.
But it's so bizarre how just having someone face to face or over Zoom can really change the dynamics of the call because on the podcast, like this is completely unedited, like unfiltered. The only thing I do is put an intro at the start and a fucking outro at the end. Like everything in between, there is no editing involved. So it's just all kind of straight up. I'm not cutting things out, we're not saying things that's too controversial for me to cut out. We just go with the flow, but when there's like live calls and shit, like yeah. I felt that on Monday big time.
Not going to lie, like I was feeling it before the call. I was like, "Oh, I'm feeling a wee bit nervy here." I'm like, I've done a few of these. Like I used to do it like back in the day, like 2023, 2024. I used to do them like weekly myself at times. I've done wee spells of that. Like technically having you guys should have been easier, but I was like, I'm feeling a wee bit like, oh, I was like, I've not felt that in a long time. I was going to actually message it into the chat going, oh, feeling a wee bit angsty about this one. And I'm like, I can't be the guy who says feeling angsty. I'm going to have to go in. But then
Spiral us.
I didn't, well, to be fair, for what it's worth, you couldn't tell at the time that you guys were whatever. I thought it was just a me thing. But I think what it is like, see, when you see other people's reactions in live time and stuff, like you can't help but almost like feed off that, like positively and negatively. Like I remember last year I got asked to do like a talk for an hour for like men's health and mental awareness. And I was really just talking about my own journey and stuff. But I was like, I'm sitting in a room of 25 guys and there's silence. And I'm like, there's not a thing. It's like poker face the entire time. I'm like, see, after half an hour, I'm going, am I just talking complete shite? Like, probably was. But I was like, I have no idea if people are taking things from this or not, whatever. But I think when you look at people's faces, sometimes it's a wee bit like you're trying to get a reaction as to, right, am I going too deep into this? Am I not going deep enough? Am I like, if they have questions, and then when you ask people when they have questions and like, nobody's got a question, like, all right, am I just, have we to end this right now, or do we keep going into the topic, or what do we do?
100%. I know when like everybody always has a question, they're just too scared to be the person that puts their hand up and do what we were doing basically and come on and speak in front of people. Like back when I worked with 12X, I would do walking talks every week, which was essentially a live Zoom call. We would all be out walking together just to get people up and moving. My record walking talk was about 56 people at one time. But see, because I was on my phone, I could only see my face and the one other person that was talking to me.
Uh-huh.
So it was fine. It was as if I was having a conversation. But see, if I went into the little box that shows you how many people there is,
Oh
oh
no.
my God, I would have felt my drawers.
I was trying to figure out on Monday, I was like, how can I change the viewing on it? Because I could see everyone. And I was like, can I just like focus it on me? Because at least if I can just see me, then I won't be so nervous. I couldn't figure it out. Sure, I'm not fucking great at technology. So
Do
I
you,
seen you all, I panicked and then I just started rambling about things.
Gary, do you ever remember Mortal Kombat on the like Super Nintendo, the Sega, the original ones? You know how in the character selection screen you have all the wee
Yeah.
boxes of body? I'd imagine with Shannon's internet, that's what we looked like in Zoom, just all blood.
Just pixelated faces that make no sense.
That's just when I take my glasses off.
But man, I can imagine with your Wi-Fi connection and no glasses. I don't know how you do that.
I'm just talking to the wall thinking it's Milo.
Two negatives become a positive when you've got a really bloody Wi-Fi connection, but you take your glasses off and it becomes 4K.
Cancels each other out.
Um, just for a quick one on that, Shannon, this is going to lose the whatever listener we've got left. If you go up to the viewpoint on your Zoom and click view, you can then go gallery, speaker, multi-speaker, immersive. If you click it on the speaker, it should just be the person that's talking.
I have that on that, but I can still see like you and Gary.
Cool, right, we'll work that out another time. But
Yeah, let's not do this live on the pod. But yes, Kyle, tell everyone about our new baby.
okay, well, if we
Yeah, that didn't come out the way I thought it was going to. That was all right. No, Shannon, we don't have a baby. BioFitness have a baby, but we did not make the baby. I don't know how to dig myself out of this.
Please don't.
Anyway, Kyle, take over, please.
Jen, who is Kyle's wife's ears just went up in another room there and went, what?
No, Jen
Like,
doesn't.
no, I have a baby.
Jen doesn't listen to me nor the podcast, so I'm absolutely fine. But getting into what the BioFitness Method is. So for years and years, we have essentially run one-to-one coaching as our premium service, and that still remains that. If you are looking for best results in the industry, then our one-to-one coaching is unmatched. However, there has always been a thought process in when we are super busy and can only coach a certain amount of clients, there is a point where we're like, we possibly we have enough information, we do enough. Like again, these podcasts, the resources we have, we've built a members lab. We're like, how can we reach more people with that? So essentially, what we've done is we've created a course with all of the information and knowledge that you need to get in shape. So essentially, it's not just so what it is like you come in and pretty much from your calories to setting goals, we have everything set up as if like you tick your way through that and ultimately it roadmaps out your journey for you. Now, with that, there's the informational side of it, yes, 100%, and that's important for a lot of people. But at the same time, there needs to be some level of accountability. Now, it's not one-on-one coaching, but what it is you'll still be able to essentially look at your progress, be reflective on it, and turn up to a live call every Monday where we'll go through your issues on the call and give you direction so that you don't just have the informational side, you do have essentially a bit of direction on that as well. I'm asking Gary and Shannon this because there's fucking nobody else on the call, but did I explain that all right? Did that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think one thing that we want to be incredibly super crystal clear on is that it is not one-to-one coaching. I know that you've already said that, Kyle, but I just want to put that back out there because we don't want to fall in that kind of rabbit hole or that trap of it being advertised as group coaching, but people think it's one-to-one coaching. It is group coaching. The only way you can communicate with us is through the community. There won't be any one-to-one communication with us, but the reason we have it set up is so you have accountability and support through community. So you're going to be in the group with people that are on their own journey, the same, same goals, aspirations, plans as you. But we are going to be there to support you as a trio, as a three, as a throuple, to guide you and give you that accountability to help you reach your goals. It's all. Sorry, you got to say something, Kyle?
Yeah, just to add in there, I think the reason that we've actually created it is because there's so many group programs out there, and most of them are shit, in my humble but semi-accurate opinion. I think from the perspective they completely under-deliver a lot of the time, and essentially the pitfalls in it are the fact that like you don't have any, like firstly the information a lot of the time is like, oh, there is a meal plan and go and do that for 12 weeks and hope for the best. If you don't do it, it's your own fault. Now, there is a large part of like, if we look at accountability and ownership, there needs to be a bit of ownership on this. Like you are not going to have somebody fucking checking up on you every single day to make sure that you've done what needs to be done. However, you will have the information and you will be able to be adaptive with that so that ultimately it's creating that where the gap is normally in terms of like a group coaching program is like you have no access to anybody any of the time. You do have, again, Monday night's call where you can ask questions, live Q&A. You'll be able to preempt your questions in advance of that and you'll be able to implement. Plus also, I think there is a lot to be said about being in a group environment where everybody's problems and you start to realise, I actually had a girl, I'll not name her, but I had a girl who recently started who's been having a bit of a tough time with her one-to-one. She's doing well, she's getting herself through each week, but she actually was like, see the power of actually being on a call on Monday night there and actually seeing everybody else's problems. She was like, it makes a big difference because she no longer feels that she's the only person struggling with that, whereas like a lot of time we can get in our own heads going, oh, why am I finding this more difficult than what I thought it should? And when you realise that like Gary, Shannon, and myself are struggling with the same thing, and there's a whole host of other 15 people struggling with the same thing, it no longer becomes oh, this is a mountain you need to climb solo, sorry. No, I'm not even going. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
On your own.
On your own. Yeah.
Aye, 100%. And I think one of the things that we've got working in our favour is all three of us have fucking lived and are currently living the problems that the majority of people are currently facing. So we get it. And I know you'll hear fucking coaches online or thinking they're relatable when in reality they've been, they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Like, we get it. We have lived it. We are currently living it. So we are here to guide you through the hardships that we have and are currently facing. Like, we're not sitting high up on a fucking tower looking down at everybody going, oh, why are these minions not able to do what I'm telling them to do? We fucking get it. Life is hard. You want to be a wee bit healthier, you want to be a wee bit happier, you want to get yourself in a wee bit better shape. Let's fucking do it together. You know what I mean? You don't need to do it on your own. You don't need to. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's like trying to fucking polish your turd, right? It's going to be hard. There's going to be times, Shannon's face. There's going to be times when you feel like you're going backwards. That's okay. We've created this group to help you through those times when you do feel like you're regressing slightly or you do feel like you're taking a couple of steps back to then propel you forward again. So I am mega excited to get it up and running. As I said, it launches on the 9th of March. So depending on when you listen to this, we're launching it tomorrow or we launched it last week, whenever you listen. That obviously that's going to change person to person. But for the first 8 weeks, we are doing a bit of a trial period just to see what works best for us, what works best for the members inside the community, inside the group. And then we are going to do a bit of I would call it a bit more of a kind of a hard launch, and opening it up to fucking everyone. Everyone's welcome. Come on board, come and see what it's all about. And we'll be doing another kind of intake in about 8 weeks' time from the release of this podcast.
Can I also just say, I think between us, there was 10 spaces, and I think within the first 3 days, we've done the 3 spaces. So essentially, by the time you're listening to this, that those are well gone. The big thing at the moment is we are, in my opinion, we're massively underselling this for what it actually is. I think whilst it's not one-to-one coaching, I think there's massive value involved in really the first 8 weeks is really just there to test that and get information, see how well it actually works in practice for the 10 people. 10 people is a good sample size. When we go back to, like, again, launch it again, we'll have the data of that, and I think it will sell itself pretty well. It's going to be more expensive, whatever. Where you as a listener, and we do want to kind of reward our listeners, at the moment, we have created a bit of a wait list for our next one because realistically we are going to be like limiting the numbers. As we said, the first one went out in less than 72 hours. Fully gone. If that is something that you're interested in, we will put you on the wait list. Just give us a wee shout and we'll make sure that your name's down and just say that you listened to the pod, heard it. We'll put you as priority ahead of it because we do want people who are invested in this as part of it. So we'll make sure that you're ahead of the queue.
I was going to say it's not a wait list, it's a priority list. Our listeners are our priority.
You know what?
The rest can wait.
I have spent genuinely tens of thousands on business mentors, and I was going to say, like, I called it a wait list and I'd get absolutely fucking mauled for calling it that, and there's Shannon just going, it's a priority list. I'm like, you're absolutely right, it's a priority. I have to be using lingo that I shouldn't be using.
And I'm meant to be the simpleton.
You could have saved yourself thousands and thousands of pounds and just hired Shannon sooner.
I know, yeah, that's the issue. To be fair, the way that this that she's worked behind the scenes this week, I probably should have hired her sooner because I'm like, wow, she's been at it.
Yeah,
I
Shannon
can do this.
She's been the queen of BioFitness Method over the last few weeks because me and Kyle are both dads, as I'm sure you are all well aware. Shannon has all the time in the world.
I am a single mother to Milo. Milo, stop licking yourself while you're on the pod, please.
Ironically, it's the first time we've actually had to move the camera for us to see Milo. Usually every
I
week.
know. He's a Velcro dog. I've actually learned this term recently. A Velcro dog is one that sticks to you. He's a COVID baby. So I'm trying to start the boundaries, like you can't sit on me on the pod anymore, Milo. It's not okay. You're 35 kg, you're a lot on me. That's a heavy baby.
That's a big boy right there.
He's muscular. He does be getting his protein in. We share protein pooches and stuff. I wonder why he's the Velcro dog like.
Gary, can you clarify something for me, please?
Yes.
Is it a protein pouch or a protein pooch?
Pooch.
Pouch.
Yeah.
Pooch.
It's actually a wee bit of a rick of mine when you call it a pooch. I'm like, I also want to put you in a headlock again because I'm like, it's a pooch.
A pooch to me is a dog.
A pooch is a dog. Yeah.
A little
No,
pooch.
pooch to me technically is like that bit of lower body fat women carry. That's called a pooch. But like it's spelled Pouch. Pooch.
Pouch. How? What?
Pooch.
You don't say a boot. You say about.
Yeah.
Boot.
He single-handedly ended your argument there.
Pooch.
Okay.
In Shannon's world, it's a pooch.
Yeah, fair enough, and we can't argue with that.
Well,
Yeah.
you're right. A pooch refers specifically to a soft, rounded protrusion of lower abdomen, so a mummy or a mummy tummy. It can also be referred to as a pouch. In that case, however, where you're wrong, get ready to suck this one up. It's a pouch often refers to a container or separate saggy fat of skin. So pouch is a container, pooch is lower body fat. I hope you're not drinking any more pooches. You'll be drinking your protein pouches from now on. Thank you very much.
Pooch. No, pooch doesn't sound nice. I like pooch.
Suck that one up like a protein pooch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maya, you hear that? We gotta suck that up like a protein pouch.
There you go.
Sounds more manly than my one, pooch.
Welcome to the English language, Shannon.
I'm joking. I'm dead.
So, glad you survived that, Shannon. Just in terms of the thing that I sent into the group chat, I've just been going through this thing on Instagram Reels where it's like every time I see a reel that I'll disagree with is a hot topic, I'll send it into the group chat. See the one about the woman who said it was restrictive to weigh your food?
Yeah.
Mate, don't get me started, man. I've got that one in the locker for a fucking rant this week at some point.
Yeah, so there's two things I've got in the locker for a rant. There's that one plus also the post that you seen stuck into the doll, Shannon. I'm actually going to do a video to that because I thought that was horrific.
Shout out to Dog Dolls.
Right, so to give context to this, right, so because I think this will actually help a lot of people listening, and it's actually, again, ties back to the reason that we're doing the BioFitness Method to help more people. So there was a message put into, so in Dundalk, there's this group called Dundalk Dolls. You need to be a woman to be involved.
I think most of Irish towns do this now. I'm not going to say solely Dundalk. There is a Drogheda Dolls as well. Like, I think it's a thing in Ireland. Notions. Anyway.
The only reason I know about it is because during COVID, that's where all the scandal and gossip was, where they were talking about like what was happening, what businesses were open, who was cheating on who, and where you could get the cheapest toilet roll. But from the point of view of what it's used for right now is like, again, like where
Complaining.
I was mostly complaining about local things, but also like if anybody's looking for a PT recommendation, but you can post anonymously on it because it's Facebook. So anyway, long story long is the fact that like Shannon put a screenshot of it into the group chat going, "Oh, check this," and it was like a woman who was like, "I was going to do Monjaro or whatever LP1, whatever it was," and she was like, "But she's like, I'm going to try calorie counting, but what I need is a PT recommendation, someone who will push me to my limits in the gym, will check up on me every day, and will make sure that they're super strict with me. And I don't want to pay too much for it." And I'm like, Well, what's your thoughts on that, guys, before I go?
That's absolutely
Right.
fucking wild. Like, you're not going to get a plumber to your house and absolutely give you a brand new bathroom for not too much. Like, just because we are PTs, just because you think we only make programs and help you count calories, doesn't mean to say that you can take us for a fucking ride. Like, we're not here to hold hands. We're here to educate and help people. We are, as I said, like at the start of the episode, we've got almost 30 years of experience between us. Like, in what industry do you know somebody that has 15 plus years of experience by themselves and still charges you little to no money for their services? Fucking no one. Like, the more experience you have, the more learning that you have, the more knowledge that you have, our prices are going to then go up. Like, for you to have your hand held every single day of the week, for somebody to be reaching out to you every single day, one, you're learning fuck all because you're taking no accountability for yourself, and two, for a PT to do that for not much, you're probably not going to get the results you're looking for because they're not the PT that you need to help you change your habits, change your lifestyle, because they are not been in the industry for long enough to then uphold their own standards and charge you what they truly should be charging you. Did that make sense? I feel like I kind of went,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't go to a restaurant, expect a 3-course meal for less than a tenner. Like no one's fucking doing that at all. And if you are, tell me where you're going because I'd like to know where you're getting a 3-course meal for less than a tenner because your girl broke. But you were going to say something, Kyle?
No, sorry, go on, keep going.
No, you raise your hand.
Right, well, I did. I was pretty much just going to say, like, you find somewhere that gives you a free course meal for a tenner, and you tell me what it was like. Genuinely, you tell me.
yes.
And this is the issue that most people have in fitness. I don't, in a lot of ways, I'm like, I actually feel for the person a lot because it's not, they are creating their own issues in terms of like, I'm looking at going, right, you want somebody to push you really hard. Do you not see a wee bit of an issue in that in the first place because you feel that you have to go super hard? You might maybe see that that might be the problem in the first place if we actually found a way of doing this slightly more manageably that you might actually be able to get results for the first time ever. I love how somebody who's clearly not ever got results is telling people how she's going to get results, and that's by going super hard. I feel like when those type of messages come in, I'm like, I just picture like, Rocky in the 80s where like running up and down stairs in Converse and chasing chickens. I'm like drinking raw eggs. And like, I know that that was the only way that people knew how to get in shape back then, but you don't need to do that. So part of me is going, you know what? You don't need to do that. You're going to cause your own problems. This is already, the game's over before it starts if this is the way you want to go and do it. But then the second part to that is, you know how difficult it is to actually message somebody every single day and like ask the right questions. You can send an automated message. AI could do that for you. You can send an automated message going, how are you getting on today? How are you getting on today? How are you getting on today? And like, that makes no difference. But also the issue is, and what Gary said, where's the ownership? There's accountability and there's ownership. You need to, at some point, take ownership. The reason I think that person's there, and if I was to go to a deeper level of coaching here, not just whatever, that person doesn't trust themselves. They don't trust themselves to do the thing, hence the reason that they need this daily, I need people to check up on me. That when I have calls with people and they're like, oh, I need someone to check up on me every day. I'm like, well, I am here every day in the sense that you can message me 100%, I'm there. Like, but at the same time, why do you feel that you need me to message you breakfast, lunch and dinner? And to be fair, at times when I have done that in the past, you can message somebody at lunchtime, they're grand. See, by dinner time, they're like, fucked it off the rails, and it tends to be actually more often than not they ignore you. So I'm like,
I was going to say they more than likely ignore you then.
It's always the people. It's always the people that want more calls, more messages, whatever. Are also the ones that ignore you at the same time. But parking that for a second, with the first initial reaction was I felt sorry for them because I'm like, if that's the only way that you feel that you can get in shape, then like I do genuinely worry, and maybe they have had bad experiences in the past, but also you're going to continue to have bad experiences because all you want to do is pay the least and get the most from it. Now, again, BioFitness Method might actually be a good shout for them, but let me just finish my point here very quickly, Shannon.
Yeah, no, I'm letting you finish. That's why I just have my hand up for after.
Cool, that's fine. We all need to learn the hard way, and it's really frustrating for us when we know what we can offer and how much we can change lives. And you're like, if you actually just got out your own way, Oh fuck it, Gary will say it. There's somebody that like all three of us are like, if they just actually got out their own way, they would get great results. But they keep on getting in their own way, and even from messages, it's like even the words they're using, if, maybe, should be, and it's like there's just so many little get outs they have in their own language, and you're going, that's, you know what, you're giving yourself a bye all the time. It's like, see if you actually just took the like and committed to it, you'd be grand. Like, but the thing is, even by your messaging, you're like, there's all these little get out clauses for yourself, which means the game's over before it starts. But with all that said, very last point, you learn the hard way. Jen and I went on an all-inclusive holiday because we're talking about like looking for cheap stuff, and we're like, we really need a holiday, but you know what? We don't, and we could have afforded it, but we're telling ourselves we can't. We're like, oh, do you know what? Actually, we'll just go for like the one that's like 300 or 400 quid cheaper because you know what? It'd be fine. We're away for a week, whatever. Great. We turned up. Firstly, the resort was a kip. The like you can't obviously blame the temperature of the pool, but the pool was absolutely frozen. The food that you had in this all inclusive, it only went on for certain points. There was like 5 hours between each of them sometimes, and then like the actual menu of stuff that they had was honestly the dregs of stuff. It was like I then fully understood why some of the all inclusive, to be all inclusive, you don't actually need to offer a wide variety of food. You just need to offer different foods and say that that's all inclusive. So we actually, at the end of it, you ever been on this where you've had a holiday but feel like you need a holiday? I'm like, that
Yep.
it for us. So whilst we paid for a cheaper holiday, we got a cheaper service, and I'm like, if that was my first experience of a holiday and my only experience of a holiday, I probably wouldn't be in a deep hurry to go back on holiday. I would actually be like, you know what, that's not great. Whereas if we just had spent the 400 or 500 quid extra, like, I'm not saying that's available to everybody, but like, we're kidding ourselves on. We did have it, we just didn't want to spend it. But like, if we did spend that 400 or 500 quid extra, we probably would have been able to go and actually just relax, enjoy the foods that they had, and not have to think about every single thing when it came to holiday, not dread every single day. So there is always, you get what you pay for, 100%.
I fully agree, mate. 100%, Shan. You had your when you put your hand up, I thought you actually had a headache.
Yeah, maybe she does now. You all right?
Oh, my internet went really unstable there for a second.
What were you gonna say to Kyle for your hand up?
So, with the whole post itself, my biggest issue was the first statement. She says, I was going to get MJ, which is Manjaro. Manjaro can be anywhere between, I think, 250, €300 here at the moment. But I don't want to pay too much for a PT. So you're willing to buy an injection for that amount, but you wouldn't pay a PT for that amount. It's so just like, I'd love to slap you, God forgive me, but I would. Like, that is just a kick in the teeth if you think an injection's going to do more for you than a PT, a coach. And then she goes on to talk about how she wants a PT to push to the limit. Man, Jaro's not pushing you to the limit. Just stops you fucking eating so much. Like, what? Oh, it really did bother me. Who, if the person ends up listening to this, you annoyed me. Okay, lady in Dundalk Dolls, you annoyed me. Yeah, it wasn't a very nice post.
You make a good point because 100% it is a kick in the teeth. Like as I said, like we do this fucking day in, day out. Some nights we're up to 11 o'clock at night, midnight, just trying to get shit done, studying, researching things for clients that we don't know, asking questions about shit we don't know. Here's the thing, right? PTs don't know everything. Us coaches, we don't know everything, but guess what? See, between the three of us here, we all fucking figure it out. We ask each other
Or we get
questions.
more education, or we learn
Yes.
from other people outside the
Yes.
organization.
We pay people smarter than us to teach us the things that they know so we can then pass that information and knowledge on to the people that don't know. So we are investing in ourselves. Why do you think you are entitled enough to think that you do not have to pay us X amount of money that we charge? Why do you think you turn your nose up at us and go, oh, that's too much money. I'll just go and buy an injection that costs even fucking more to get the results that you're after. It doesn't make fucking sense.
So my opinion is never about money. Never about money. It's about values. So people can afford it 100%. There was actually well, I'm not even going to be careful about it. I'm just going to say it the way it is, right? So there was someone that I seen fairly recently on Instagram talking about the prices that PT charges, and they were talking about what their budget was or whatever it was, and that's fair enough. You're allowed to do that, but at the same time, they were like, "Oh, I can't believe that somebody was charging whatever 250 quid a month. Like, I want results. I just don't want it that much." It was their words, not mine. At the same time, this same person, you see them every single week, multiple times a week, putting up food reviews of places that they go to and stuff. And you're going,
And they don't get sponsored. They
no.
make that very clear. They're not sponsored by this food, so they buy it.
But for me, it's heartbreaking because I'm like, your issue is actually, see if you just committed to that. It's not about the money, it's about the commitment. You're not willing to put your chips on the table and go, I commit to this, because ultimately you like going out far too much, and that's absolutely fair enough. But at the same time, when you're moaning about not being able to shift the weight, and that continues 2, 3, 4 years down the line, you're going, this is your issue. Like, if you, yeah, for me, it's very frustrating, and it's hard. I constantly have this with some of my mentors and stuff where I'm like, I really do want to sometimes just shake people and go fucking cop on. But then I've said this before. I've looked people in the face and told them the issues that they've got, and they don't want to change in terms of, like, I've said this before. I had a guy telling me he didn't think he was going to make his 30th birthday. I think at the time he was 27, was massively overweight. But then again, told me on the week that is like, it was like January. He was like, I think I need to take a break because I can't afford it anymore. With this, look, now bear in mind, this is also the same week that he told me he'd booked, I think it was Cheltenham. He had 2 concerts and had something else. I literally just said to him, I was like, yeah, mate, but like, where's the cutbacks on those areas of life? Oh, no, but I had to do this, and this. And I was like, that's, mate, absolutely fine. But at the same time, I was like, you told me you didn't think you were going to make your 30th birthday. I was like, the decisions you're making is what's causing you your problems. So, whilst this is tough right now, and to be fair, he left, and like, I don't know where he is or what he's doing at the moment, but I'm like, if he doesn't make it to his 30th birthday, he knows what he's put on the table and he knows whatever. But some people genuinely can't get out their own way, no matter how much you bring it to their attention. So, yeah, is that people don't change until they're willing to change. The person that we're talking about with the words where, if, maybe, possibly, all of those things, I'm like, you're constantly thinking about failure before you're thinking about success. You're not wondering what happens if it works. You're thinking about, what if this fails? And there's a trust issue there. You're not going, there's a trust in yourself most of the time. And until you build trust in yourself, a lot of the time you don't have trust in yourself because you're causing your own problem by going for the cheapest product and trying to kid on that that's working for you. Like, if you actually invested in something that worked for you, it's a bit like the all-inclusive story. Like, you go for a cheap holiday, you're going to constantly just get a shite experience. Like, go and pay for the better one and you're grand.
Yeah, 100%. I think that the holiday analogy sums it up perfectly, to be honest. I've got nothing more to add to that. I think you explained that incredibly well, Kyle. Come and join the BioFitness Method, everyone. It's exactly where you want to be. You're going to have the support, you're going to have the accountability, and we're all going to have a good fucking time. Plus, you get to speak to us face to face on a Monday night, so you can grill us, you can question us, you can do whatever you want. Slag Shannon, I don't know.
Unless I take the Fifth Amendment again. But look, don't take any offense to that. I'm just actually very shy. A lot of people don't realize that. It's funny enough, actually. Kyle's gonna hate this. So at my wee Olympic lifting class last night, one of the women came up to me and she goes, I couldn't figure out why I knew you, but I've seen you on Instagram and I love your videos.
Thanks for
And
listening.
she was like, it's been annoying me for the last 4 weeks. I was like, I know her face. And I went beetroot red. And I was like, do you know what's funny? I was like, I make stuff on Instagram and then I'm like, no one's ever seeing this that will ever meet me in real life. Like, it's a private story almost. And when people say it to me, I shit the brick. I'm like, thanks. And she's like, you're a lot more quieter in person. I was like, yeah, actually, no, like I am quite an intimate person. Is that the right
Introverted.
introverted person? I'm like, I'm petrified of people.
Well, you do a good job at hiding it.
I know. It's the autism mixed with anxiety. The autism has me awkwardly chatting, but the anxiety's like, you're saying everything wrong.
Yeah.
If you are going to come on a Monday night and slag Shannon, just be aware that she'll only be receiving it about 15 minutes after you say it, because our Wi-Fi connection's like a dial-up with, Windows
I
9.
may dwell on it for a month, but look, that's a me problem, not a you problem, okay? Don't take me sulking as personal. I'm very sensitive.
Anyway, thank you, Stephen Toby, for the music. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Oh, happy Women's International Day, because when this podcast comes out, it's Women's International Day. Bye!